It's no surprise that a lot of people don't listen. The reason why people don't listen is very, very simple. Why don't I listen? Let's look at it this way. Personally, why do I not listen as much? Why can I not completely clear my mind and completely immerse myself into the perspective of another person without interjecting in the moment of which I'm supposed to be learning? Um, Mostly it's because of ego. Have you ever seen ego? It feels threatened by anything that seems foreign or anything that seems to go against our beliefs or or what we think is true. So that even if on the surface we might appear to go along with it, so that we might seem to be understanding to other people, or we might seem to be genuinely interested in other people. In reality, deep down, we're closed. Our hearts are always like pounding. It's like we're more interested in ourselves. We're always inside our own heads, inside our own minds. That when someone else comes, someone who's totally different from you, we might, of course, share certain traits. But all in all, that's a unique person who has a different view of some of the things that you might think you already know. So inevitably, we never learn. Even though on the surface, we go to school and we think we're reading books, we're learning, but we're not learning anything because it's not really an inquiry of our own intention. It's somewhat forced learning. So it's not really true learning. That's why we see that the product of this is more confusion, more pain, a society where people haven't learned a thing. They keep repeating the same mistakes over and over and over, playing the same games over and over and over, and there's really no progress. It all starts from the basic things in our daily lives. We can't listen to someone else who's different because we think we already know. But if you think you already know, and believe me, that's a real problem to think that you already know, or that it's frustrating to think that you can learn for a lifetime and still be learning and still not know. But that's my perspective. How can you know? If have you ever seen the world? That's the same thing. That's the reason why I argue against God. I don't argue that God exists in of himself, but I argue the fact that people claim to know who he is or claim to know how he exists. They say he's there. Then you ask, how do you know? Then some are people have explanations, supernatural, this and that. But in the end, all these whatever they aren't answers to the question. They are not giving anything because now someone feels targeted. They feel like their whole belief system is being attacked. That somehow they only see the world in good and bad, and there's no problem with that. The only problem comes that you are a product of the world. You're putting something into the world. So can we not say that you're now a hazard to society itself if you cannot open your mind and tolerate that is different perspectives? So we inevitably go to war, even though it's not really an outright war, bloodshed. Even though they've shedded blood for such ideas, in essence, it's like we're always at war against each other because our belief systems are so different, and yet we're the same creature. And yet we share the same nature. So I think there's a folly of the mind, a game that people play really um, with whatever with whatever they need to boost their vanity, to feel that I'm special because I have specialized knowledge, or that I know something that other people do not know. And it becomes less about really contributing or whatever it is for the common good. And it becomes what it is today, divided. We are divided, and yet we're the same. We're the same person. We are the same God. Okay, that's what I think.